Welcome back to How to Make a Banger. Today we're going to talk about what's going to happen to you right before success. So make sure you stay. So success is an interesting thing and it has many facets. Being successful as an artist usually means supporting yourself on your art and getting some sort of recognition or credibility. And that you set for yourself. What that definition is very personal. But generally speaking, if you want to really cross over and make your artistry a career, something that supports you and sustains you on a daily basis, and you're able to do with freedom whenever you want, here's what's going to happen right before that success, right? So the main thing is you're going to sabotage yourself. Doesn't matter how much training you have, how good you are, who you studied under, what school you went to, how many beats you've made, how many songs you've written. If you don't believe fundamentally that you're worthy of creating an income from this, that you're worthy, that it's okay, that it's acceptable to do this as a job, that is safe, that is secure, that is good. To do this, once you start to achieve success and you start moving on that path and you start to see like, oh, if I keep doing this, I'm going to make it, you are going to get scared on a deep level. You may not even be conscious of it. You may say, no, I'm not going to get scared. But if this is something that's unfamiliar to you, if you grew up in a circle that this was a threat, making money through doing something you love, through doing it easily, if you grew up in a circle that really valued sacrifice and, like you have to work hard, and grind your bones down doing stuff that you hate to make even a little scrap, this is going to be a huge, huge threat to that internal belief. So first you have to identify, do you have these beliefs, and be honest. And then when you identify that, if you have that, you have to be compassionate with yourself, because you can't compare yourself to other people on the internet. You can't compare yourself to other people, even your peers around you. I remember when I first went to college, a lot of my peers got signed right away. And I was like, man, why not me? Why not me? And even though my skill was better than theirs, and I was like, man, why couldn't I get it? But later on, I realized it was deep subconscious beliefs, and they maybe grew up without it. So that's their path, and no judgment or anything. But you have to understand your path is different from everyone else's path, and you're going and unraveling belief systems and thought systems that you have, and you're reprogramming yourself in a sense. That's what you need to do if you're rerouting to a new path that you're unfamiliar with. You're pioneering a new way in terms of your history and your lineage. So if no one else has done it in your family and your friend group, it's going to be difficult. You have to understand that. But life itself is difficult, and achieving anything noteworthy is going to be difficult. So don't avoid difficulty. Go on the difficult path, especially if it's something you're passionate about and you really want to do. Because that means you have something to give there, and you have some area to pave that someone else needs. You have an area to pave, a path to pave forward that someone else needs to use at some point. So you're going to really gain a lot of satisfaction through winning through this difficulty. So first thing is, don't give up. First thing is realize you're going to, you may have conflicting subconscious beliefs. Second thing is, don't give up. And third thing is, you need support. That's why I created Finishers Club. If you go to finishers.club, you'll see it all over my pages. It's a support group for artists, and we make a song and we release a song every single week. So through this action, no matter what type of resistance, and a lot of my students, all of us go through deep resistance where we want to quit, we don't want to do it. But since it's a group, we're holding each other accountable. We continue to release it. We continue to make progress through the resistance, through the obstacles, because that's the only way to success. That's the only way to victory. And even in practical measures of being an artist, you're only going to get better through quantity over quality, and then quantity and quality. There's no shortcut. There's no way to just get to quality. If you're a perfectionist, that means you're just afraid. We unravel all these fears, and we look directly at what the root is. The root is You're afraid of success because of these subconscious beliefs. And these subconscious beliefs, if you break them, you break this whole, your whole attachment to your tribe. And, in caveman days and stuff like that, that meant death. You got abandoned from your tribe. That means you died. You didn't have resources. So it's the subconscious irrational belief of death that is haunting us if we're successful as an artist. So we have to identify that and see how stupid that is, and then keep looking at that, because our mind will play tricks on us and we won't be able to see that on a daily basis either. That's something that will continue to evade us. So our mind is very tricky. It's very sneaky. So that's also why there's a support group, and that's why I'm there to support all my students in whatever they're going through. Whatever internal obstacle comes up, anyone can DM or text me or write in the group, and we can overcome it, because that's the only way forward. Or else you're just going to keep going in circles. And you can say, oh, I don't need that. But, suit yourself. Every one of my students who's quit ended up back in the same circle and running in circles, because it's deep subconscious stuff. You can't tackle it on your own. It's not possible. It's impossible. You can try all you want, but without support and without proper guidance, it's going to take a whole lifetime for you to even make an inch forward. So why would you waste your whole lifetime? Why would you waste 10, 20, 30 years? I've already went through this. I've been a producer for 19 years. I've been an artist for over 20 years. I've been battling this for 20 years, and I've been racking my mind on how to create solutions for artists. So I'm here to help you win over it in a matter of like 5 years. If you really buckle down and you really do what I teach in my course, create, release, correct creation cycle, you attend the group meetings, you release the songs, you drop songs, you're going to make exponential, amazing progress within the next 4 to 5 years. One of my students who's already been in it for about a year and a half, he got a placement, So he's been consistent. He's working. He's doing the work. He's putting out music. He's making bangers. He's coming to the classes. He got a placement, and he's in momentum. He's making some of his best tracks now, So a lot of opportunities here. Only Bangers lifestyle. You can be successful, but you have to see these subconscious beliefs, and you have to face them on a daily basis. You have to face them. So, and once you face them and you're in your master and flow state, you're doing quantity over quality and then quantity and quality, then you're able to tap in. Then the ideas come through working in reality, through releasing your music, through dropping your music, through battling this. You get ideas, you start defining your brand. It's like having a piece of clay and you're working with it. We don't think about the clay, and we don't think about how we're going to work the clay. We take the clay and we put water on it and we hold it and we smash it and we put it into something. And then that thing doesn't work, so then we smash it and we restart. This is the only way to success as an artist. It's really the only reality. And all these schools are going to tell you bullshit stuff. All these schools, music production schools, engineering schools, they're all going to tell you, like, you got to do this equipment, you got to do this and that. Even colleges, they're going to tell you bullshit. You don't need any of that. All you need is Finishers Club, Metaphysics of Music, what I'm teaching. No one else teaches this. Literally, this is the hierarchy. This is the top information that you need. This is what you need to implement. This is even before you need to learn piano, before you even learn your beat machine. You need to learn this stuff. This is primary, basic stuff. Attitude and endurance. And then you learn the technical stuff. And then when you put those together, then you're unstoppable. But I know too many people who are really good technically, who are really good musicians, but they're always going to fail. They're going nowhere in their life. They're going nowhere with their career because they're unaware of these subconscious beliefs, because they're unaware, because they're insecure. And they don't understand how, and even if they are secure and they have all this talent, if they don't know how to tap into themselves, into their own feeling centers, they can't make pure bangers that are going to last through eternity. We're looking top tier. Like, how do you make a banger like Picasso? How do you make a banger like Basquiat, like Matisse, like Dr. Dre, like Michael Jackson, like Herbie Hancock? We're not looking to make like crappy, shitty songs that are gonna, TikTok songs that are gonna last 2 weeks and then go away, or one-hit wonders that are gonna last a week on the charts and then no one's gonna care about it again. We're looking to make a really potent, pure piece of art to contribute to the advancement of the human race. So it's vital that you tap in to yourself and you get your artwork out there, because there's someone out there who needs it. It's not just about you. So onlybangers.life, finishers.club. Have a great day. Peace.